I was like, who the heck does this Joker think he is? Like, I can tell that he thought he was all that. And one thing I wasn't gonna do was be a fan.
Balliamo sotto la luna, cantano i grilli, balliamo fino alla fortuna, il sole ritorna, la notte è giovane e noi siamo anche, possiamo per sempre restare.
Okay, so I was hanging out with this girl who was my friend, and she's like, oh, let's invite my homegirl. All right, so as we're hanging out with I love my hair. You did a great job. So as we're hanging out with this girl that I don't know, she's like, oh, let's call my friend. The friend shows up with a ton of guys. In that group was my husband. And I was like, he had long hair. I was like, who the heck does this Joker think he is? Like, I can tell that he thought he was all that. And one thing I wasn't gonna do was be a fan. Okay? So I made sure to ignore him the whole time. I talked to everybody but him on purpose. So then our friend group start hanging out together. We're hanging out, it's been months. He don't talk to me, I don't talk to him. We were playing chess. Cause obviously I thought he was cute, but I wasn't gonna say nothing. Anyway. And I have a resting face, so he knew you need to come correct. And all the girls was like, oh my God. Cause you know, he has green eyes, the whole thing. And he had long hair at the time. So anyways, one time, it was like 4 or 5 months later, we're ignoring each other the whole time. We're at Club Deep, and
You said
throwback, right?
Great.
Okay, we're at Club Deep, and I had to pee so bad. But in order to go to the bathroom, you gotta go up the stairs. And guys would always stand there and like slap your butt and do stupid crap. So I was like, you know what? The only person not dancing was him. I was like, oh my God, I gotta ask him if he could just walk behind me, that's it. So I walk over and I'm like, hey, can you just stand behind me like so I can go up the stairs? He's like, yeah. As soon as we get up the stairs, give me your hand. He goes, hey girl. He was like, oh, I really like you. And I was like, no, like, it's not that type of party. I'm just going to the bathroom. And he says that from that moment, it was on. He was like, I was going to get you because you said no. And so then he started visiting. Then I moved down to Homestead. This guy would drive 2 hours to come see me. So we were together for a little bit and then we broke up. And I was like, that's it. I'm never talking to you again, ever. Ever. You know, when you're like, ever.
Yeah.
And then like actually it was 9 months. 9 months later, I run into one of his friends in South Beach. And he's like, oh my God, how you been? Let's exchange numbers. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I give him my number. Why the heck Jose calling me? Literally, the next day. He's like, oh, you ran into so-and-so. He gave me your number. And I was like, bro, I'm not trying to talk to you. Like, no. Like, that's it. And he was like, no, and he was persistent, bro. That's one thing I gotta give Jose. This man was like, you are going to be my girl. I do not care. And I was like, no. So listen, I know that a lot of women nowadays, they're like, oh, I just want to be married. I was not her. I was like, I'm chilling. And so he started visiting me and all this stuff. And I'm just like, man, he would show up at all kinds of hours of the night. I'm like, what is this guy doing? So finally, I started liking him like for real. Because at the beginning, I didn't like him like that. I started liking him for real. I'm like, damn, this guy, you know? Yo, and I lived in Naranja. You know the hood in Naranja? I lived down there. He used to come through there, okay? And then he's like, oh, come sleep over at my house, whatever. I go sleep over. At that time, I was having beef with my boss's girlfriend because she thought she was my boss. And so one day he's like, yo, curse her out, bro, quick. And I was like, what? No, I need my job. He's like, no, man, forget her. So he's like, you know what? Stay over at my house because she took me off the schedule for like 3 days because we got into it. We go there, and on the third day, he goes, all right, let's go get your stuff. Let's go get your stuff so you can move in.
Oh my God.
And I was like, all right. And I've been with him ever since.
Oh my God.
And I cursed that lady out though. I made sure to call her since I wasn't going back to the job, yeah. I was like, psst.
Oh my God. And it was all things present.
Huh?
All things.
Listen, I told her about her mama, her ancestors, everybody. And so,
Oh wow.
you know what I liked about Jose? From the beginning, he's like, anything you need, I got you. Because I was used to doing it for myself. So that's it. I was like, it was awkward in the beginning. Like, we would go to the mall, he's like, oh, babe, get, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, no, I'm good. And he'll be like, you know, like, let me be a man. It took a while. And now he's like, you're the most expensive woman that exists on the face of the earth. I'm like, you did this. Remember, you did this. So yeah, that was the short version. And then I got pregnant. And then he's like, he asked me 3 times to marry him. I said no. When I got pregnant, I was like, all right, we need to get married.
Oh my God.
And we went on a road trip to Tennessee. And when we were driving down, no, we went to Kentucky. When we were driving down, he's like, let's just get married here. Pull over, we go to this, so funny. We go to this courthouse that is one little room. And the guy had to come marry us. This guy with little suspenders, he was on a fishing trip, he was super cute. So it was just me, him, and his mom, because his mom joined us on the trip. And we've been married ever since. 20 years in November. He did a great job. I'm like, can you move to Fort Lauderdale or no?
I have fun today. I love you. Thank you so much.
Love it too. Come on, Lucas. Thank you. Tiffany and Fendi.